Well, it seems like I make a video about YouTube making changes pretty much every month. Probably because YouTube changes every friggin' month. Anyway, a lot of you have contacted me saying like, oh my god, I can't click the little icon thing in the top corner, and a drop-down box shows my favorites, my history, you can click to get your video manager, and etc, etc. And I'll admit, I saw that when I was told about it. I went over, I was like, whoa, this is totally an unnecessary change. But I sat there and I was like, all right, let me just try to just dissect this real quick and figure out where it was. Folks, I gotta tell you, it took me 10 seconds. 10 seconds to figure out where the viewing history was, where the video manager was, where the creator this and that was. It's really not that hard. Is it one step more complicated? Yeah, it is, and it was an unnecessary change and all that. But, my god, it's really not worth anything to bitch about. Alright, so now that change, or that portion of my video here, talking about that change is out of the way, YouTube is changing a few other things. One of which is going to be that they are going to start broadcasting the videos at 60 frames per second, and mainly it's to help the people that upload video game footage. It helps make them more dense, especially with the next-gen systems, consoles here. It helps them get a more dense, crisp, clear product out there. And that's good and all, but that also kind of goes into my Comcast video I made last week, when I made that video about Comcast and then putting the 300 gigabyte cap on some test cities that they're experimenting with right now. When you see websites like YouTube constantly evolving, changing their frame rates, making more rich, dense content like the Star Wars prequels, because they're so dense. So dense. Alright, not getting on that topic again. But anyway, when you see all these places that we like to go to on the internet start increasing the amount of data that you're going to get out of the content that you view, you know, something like a 300 gigabyte cap on your internet, which a lot of people said to me, like, you know, oh, I can survive off of 300 gigs a month. That's no big deal, even if Comcast decided to impose that upon us. Yeah, that's good for now. As for later, you might not be wanting that 300 gigabyte cap on your internet service per monthly basis. And Jesus Christ, the average homepage on an internet site right now has easily 100 times more data than that same website had 10 years ago, hell, even 5 years ago. There's so much just, you know, ads everywhere and changing things and just all sorts of shit. And anyways, go to a porn site one time, my god, they're spinning dildos and everything everywhere. So I've heard. But one last change here, and this is kind of the main reason why I wanted to make this video, save the best for last, as they say, is that YouTube is adding a tip jar. And I'll put a screen cap here of the article that a couple of you guys sent me. What this is it's going to be a tip jar that is a function kind of like the, if you donate to PayPal, you could put like a PayPal link, like it says donate on your website, or just like, you know, wherever you want to put it. And PayPal's been having that little donation link for a number of years now. God, probably 10 years now that I think about it. But YouTube is having their own personal version of this, where you as the creator can have a little tip jar icon feature wherever the specifics of it are up in the air. All that is known right now, it is confirmed that it is going to exist. And a lot of people were telling me about this because, you know, it's going to take whoring to a whole new level. It's going to take the money begging to a whole new level. And while I agree with all of that, I'm honestly not surprised that they're doing this, and frankly, I'm kind of shocked that they didn't do this sooner. Like I said, that model was out there for, I almost said Amazon, for, I almost said Google, for eBay, or no, I mean, eBay, Jesus Christ, God damn it, I just said it 10 seconds ago. eBay uses PayPal. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me out there. Someone was yelling at their computer and it came through, traveled back in time and got to me. That PayPal model for donation and putting that link there and putting that apparatus, whatever, has always been there. So I don't know why YouTube didn't just grab onto that logic, because it is something that was, it's something that's perfect for this website, with the amount of begging and the pettiness over money and the people that have more than enough money asking for even more money. My God, can you imagine what DSP gaming is going to be like with this? Oh my God. Guys, remember, there's a tip jar function there, and to you guys that are using AdBlock, I want you to donate at least $5 to my tip jar, or else I'm not going to upload the playthrough that you want me to. Until the tip jar gets at least $500 in it. I mean, yeah, I know. People like that are going to go absolutely apeshit with this and constantly remind you. Kind of like when, like, you know, people constantly mention for thumbs up, please thumb up this video, it helps the exposure of this video. You hear something like that in every video. It's fine just putting a little thing at the end or a beginning, a brief mention. But when people have to constantly mention something, please thumb up, favorites, like, comment. I need all those things to happen to have a complete universe here and a loving, caring, attention, affection type of joy, super duper deluxe great galaxy of friendship with you. That's a deep friendship, which is why I don't have that with a lot of you guys, because you guys don't do all those things and we're bitter enemies because of it. But that aside, the whole tip jar thing, I would venture a guess that much like with PayPal, where I do believe, someone may correct me on this, that PayPal takes a percentage, like it's a single-digit percentage amount of the money that's donated through a PayPal donation for themselves. I imagine Google is going to take a portion of the donations that get tipped to you. I'm not against tipping. The principal concept, tipping is something that is neither necessary nor required for any sort of occupation that you happen to be in that deals with tipping. I'd be against this for the fact that so many people are going to run again the DSP gamings of the world that are just going to completely run this into the ground and constantly harp on about it. And we all know it's going to happen. And to see some of the top tier people that are already making more than enough money off of their content and off of their fans just beg for a little bit more, barter for a little bit more, whatever, I don't know, whatever, barter by, I'll make more content if my tip jar gets to this amount. Anyway, it's going to be interesting, but it'll also be interesting to know if it's just automatically on every content creator's channel. Like, I don't necessarily want tips from you guys, but if people donated to it, I'd be like, Jesus Christ, that was totally unnecessary, but thanks. You know, it'd be interesting to see how that's all going to work, whether you can, you know, keep it there or not. I imagine you would have to have some sort of AdSense account, but anyway, yeah, it's interesting. It's a way to get that direct money in a way other than relying on ad revenue. Yeah, I do see people abusing it, but you know what? I see it as a proper functional purpose item that's there for if someone wants to do it, then go ahead and do it. If they have to get bartered into doing it by saying like, well, I'm not going to make this unless the tip jar gets to this much amount, then fuck them and fuck that noise. That's just ridiculous. And frankly, we are going to see that. We're absolutely going to see people saying similar circumstances to that in DSP Gaming. Again, not to bring his douchebag name up again. But yeah, anyway, so, what do you guys think of the tip jar? What do you guys think of 60 frames per second? What do you guys think of the fact that the little history and favorites and everything doesn't drop down above your heads? Well, actually, it's above my head. It's in front of your heads. Anyway. Have a good day, a better tomorrow, and I'm going to go ahead and upload this video, and you're actually going to be able to see it on Friday morning. Now, usually when I made these Friday morning videos, they wouldn't get shown until Friday afternoon, because my internet was fucked, because of an air conditioner. If you don't know what that means, you have to watch the previous video. Anyway, have a good day, everyone!